Do you remember any goal? And for my goal, which one? Which one is best and most important?
I remember the European ones.
European ones in Leeds United against Leeds United, an away game and very important score. Also in Dortmund goal, and Gelsenkirchen and
I love the
Westfalen.
Inter goal as well.
Also in Milan against the Milan and Seedorf pass, and I made the score. Was great score.
Spectacular. You've got the Milanese derby goal against AC Milan. You've got your UEFA Cup run against Borussia Dortmund and Leeds, which you scored 4 goals to get to the final against Arsenal and overcome Arsenal.
Also, I remember one goal more, and because against Juve, we played in Germany. We won 2-0 against Lippi, and we won 2-0, and first goal was great. And when I came the first post and running in front of the Pudor, and I ran in speed and rotate my height, and other side was great goal.
Glancing.
Maybe I like this goal, yeah.
Okay. How do you say Mükemmel?
Yeah, Mükemmel.
Mükemmel. Perfect. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't think so, but thank you, Hakan. So your trophies with clubs, 8 Turkish Super League titles with Gala.
Yes.
Because you finished your career there in 2008. 5 Turkish Cups with Gala, 2 Turkish Super Cups or the President's Cup, the UEFA Cup, 16 overall at Galatasaray, another Turkish Cup in 1987-88 with Sakaryaspor, your hometown club, an Italian Cup with Parma. So I'm counting 18 trophies for club. So 18 is amazing. As a bonus, the 1993 Mediterranean Games with Turkey. You played in a FIFA World Cup semi-final and lost narrowly with a Ronaldo goal against one of the best Brazil teams of all time. And they won the World Cup in 2002. On an individual level, you scored the fastest ever goal in a World Cup the very next game against South Korea in the playoff. This was your 37th goal for Turkey, I counted, from 51 in total, and 12 were scored in friendlies. 39 of them scored either in qualifying for the Euros or the World Cups or during those tournaments. So there's a lot of weight on these international goals. You scored a brace, 2 goals against Belgium at Euro 2000.
Yes, Euro 2000.
Before retiring from the national team, you smashed in 4 goals in one match against Moldova in the Euro 2008 qualifiers.
Yes.
Going to the game against Belgium in the Euro 2000 group stage, first, you were in a tough group with Italy, Sweden, and Belgium. First, it was Italy, Turkey in the group with Conte with the overhead kick.
And Belgium and Sweden. And first 16, and we played Portugal, yes.
Do you remember the Conte free overhead kick against Turkey?
Yes.
Great goal. Then the equalizer from Okan, and then the Filippo Inzaghi penalty.
Yes. 2-1 lose, yeah.
Turkey then drew with Sweden 0-0. But then Hakan Sükür steps up to score 2 goals against Belgium when it counted most. The game finished 2-0. And with this result, Turkey finished second in the group to qualify for the quarterfinals. So a big performance from you. You went on to play Portugal. It was Nuno Gomes who scored 2 goals in that game in the quarterfinal. There was also heartbreak for Italy in this tournament because they lost the final against France, the Wiltord and Trezeguet, the golden goal.
Yes,
you ended the tournament level with Francesco Totti, Filippo Inzaghi, and Zinedine Zidane for goals scored. So great effort there.
Yes.
Do you still rate the FIFA World Cup performance on an individual level better than this?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, World Cup.
Yes, World Cup is most important, all of that, yeah.
Top scorer of Turkish league of all time, 249 goals.
Yes.
Top scoring Turkish player in Champions League, 22 goals. The IFFHS World's Best Top Division Goal Scorer of 1997, 46 goals. Technically, you won with 38 goals, but you beat Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, Ronaldo, CR9, who scored 36 with Barcelona that season. So you're behind just Messi, Ronaldo, and Luis Suarez and Jardel in this category. Amazing. You were also named the world's most effective top division goal scorer in the same year.
Yes, well done. Yeah, you are right. And I have a one reverse and effective players. And not only for scoring and effective and for teamwork and together and players and effective players, yeah.
So you beat two Brazilians that year. One was Ronaldo and the other one was Edmundo from Vasco da Gama, who went to Serie A to play with Fiorentina. Yes. Post-football, after football, you've been very active since retiring in 2008. A huge career and the biggest personality, especially a sporting personality in Turkey since you retired. When I Googled your name, the Wikipedia page doesn't tell me you are a former international Turkish footballer. It tells me you're a former member of the National Assembly of Turkey. What can you tell me about this?
So confused. You are a very famous man and destiny of my country. Because when you're famous, they are using your name and about a different part of the different side, and political and they are using me and for in your area and sports area, they offered me and for your country. And if you do and best for your sports career and for all young people and, in Turkey, they offer me and political, but I couldn't think anything in political. But I accept and for offer and for your young people, but I couldn't find my dream and political. They using my name and a lot of time, but now I am regret. And for political.
This is not what I wanted, personally. I didn't want to get into this, but since, there are a lot of violations going on in Turkey in terms of freedom of speech, all the rights. So he just felt like he needed to fight for people. When another point, when he got into it, the party's direction was different. The people were different, but it changed after, some time.
So because of Hakan's fame, people wanted him to be invested more in politics and use his name to influence a political party. Is this where this is going?
Exactly. If you look at his Twitter account, you would see it there too. His name was used for, certain purposes, either a party purpose or people basically used his fame and, since he was well known in the country.
Sure. I don't know enough about this subject, but I do know that recently during the World Cup, of course, when there's a very quick goal scored, and as a football broadcaster, we do our research. So we know that Hakan is the world's fastest goal in a World Cup. So his name comes up a lot. And in England and in many other countries, there wasn't a problem for this. But I did read an article in the newspapers here where somebody like me, a football commentator, lost their job because they said Hakan Sükür in the telecast. Is this correct?
That's why actually at the beginning he warned you. Are you going to be also fired or something? Yes, that is totally correct. It happened recently. TRT one speaker, he was fired right on the spot.
Wow. Well, I hope I don't get fired, but who could fire me? Because I'm interviewing one of the great players of European football who played in Serie A. So I think in Italy, you're a well-followed and loved footballer. So people would remember you more for your football in Italy or in England than anything you've done after your career.
And I saw in any news now, Mihajlović, that is right?
Siniša passed this week, quite sadly. The former Lazio, Sampdoria, Inter player. Did you play against Mihajlović when you were in Italy?
I remember him, but I didn't play well together with him. But he was a great player also.
Such a great player.
Such a great and so smart and so technique. And there was, but I sadly now, and I saw a new one and from in Instagram and that and Clarence Seedorf and write and any words and about him and I'm sadness. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's viewers and listeners will know Siniša Mihajlović as the former Bologna coach of recent years, but for the young ones out there, one of the best left foot free kick takers you will ever see. And he was also in his peak during the 90s and the early 2000s when Hakan was playing in that golden era, possibly the best era of footballers in our history. And I really recommend to go and look up some of the Siniša Mihajlović highlights. There's so many of them. Such a brilliant player, left back, and could also play a little bit in midfield. Wasn't the fastest player, but was very intelligent and such a good left foot.
But he was thinking about and speedy and very smart and not speed and not faster, but and he used the mind and speed and quick decide and quick pass and quick position technically and free kick, and passing. He was a great player. And
a composed player, yes, and such a good player. Played for Yugoslavia in his early days, and then with Serbia, and a massive loss not just for football in Europe, but especially Serie A, because that's where he spent most of his career. Also with Roma, and a magnificent player. Heaven now has two very good left foot free kick takers, Diego and Siniša. So. I was sorry to see the passing of Siniša Mihajlović, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Hakan, because a big loss for everyone.
Yes, yeah, I condolence.
I'd like to thank and for helping us out today with the translation. Magnificent stuff, guys, 100%. Anyone needs translating, come to these two. Thank you, the magnificent, brilliant Hakan Sükür, Turkish legend, Serie A star, and thank you so much for joining us on Lega Football. I want to say one thing. Hoşça kal.
Hoşça kal. See you again.
Before you say hoşça kal, you did not hear these qualities of him. I mean, yes, he's a great player and all that, but overall, he's a beautiful human being, has a great sense of humor, and also has a great memory. I mean, whatever he talks about, in terms of the goals and all those moments, if you go watch, you would see it second by second. I don't remember what I ate yesterday, but somehow he remembers it all.
There's too many goals to remember. Too many goals.
But he remembers it.
Yeah. Well, if I scored 500 goals, 400 goals, I can't even remember. I scored 20 goals and still can't remember most of them. So,
okay, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hakan. Thanks, Mustafa.